It's veto night. Memphis has nominated Nicole A and David, and now this is their last chance to guarantee safety for themselves by winning the veto. Before we get started here, I just want to point out my absolute favorite line that was uttered this episode, and that was right near the start of the episode. Nicole A said, "Do I seriously suck this bad at this game?" And that's something that really resonated with me all episode long. You know, she was absolutely atrocious at the veto. Did not handle the getting nominated, the outcome of the veto, anything well. And then at the very end of the episode, she says, "My mom told me I'm gonna have to get ruthless. I'll blow everything up if I have to." And I'm thinking to myself, what is she gonna blow up? Like, what does she even know? Like, as from what we know from watching on TV, all that she knows is that she's on the block. Like, I don't think she knows who's working with who, what's going on, and I don't think there's going to be any blowing up of anything happening. All right, let's get into the episode. Our big alliance, that's Memphis, Cody, Dani, Nicole F, Christmas, and Tyler. They are definitely starting to show a few cracks, and really, it's all Memphis's responsibility. He has just been, I don't know, just absolutely terrible this HOH. You know, from last Sunday, him trying to bully everybody into playing in the safety suite to, and like including his alliance members, to not communicating with Christmas about who his potential targets were, and then just absolutely refusing to listen to his alliance at all today. You know, the alliance really was saying, "Hey Memphis, you won the veto, use the veto. Use the veto to protect the alliance." And he's just like, nah, I don't think so. I think it benefits me more to not help the alliance. And like for me, if I'm in that alliance, that is major red flags. Major red flags. You know, we're in week 2 and he's already not willing to work with you. It's going to be very interesting next week. I have to think that almost no matter who lands that HOH position, that Memphis has to be on that nomination and eviction radar. Ian, he got a nice little punishment this week for he had to star or audition for a movie called BB All Stars Wars. And so he was running around the house having to do these acting scenes, getting all his acting critiqued. It was kind of amusing, but for the majority of the house guests, it looked like one of those punishments that was worse for them than it was for the person getting the punishment. Those punishments always kind of put a smile on my face as a viewer, because like you just imagine what everybody's going through and like how annoyed they are with this person who's doing something totally out of their control. So that is the majority of what happened this episode. You know, Memphis, he wins the veto, does not use the veto. The big alliance is starting to show some cracks. And I like how they slipped in, like in the previously on Big Brother, Tyler and David made a deal, and it's like, what? I don't remember seeing anything about that. And like Big Brother just used that as like the little piece of evidence, like, oh yeah, these two totally working together, absolutely 100% working together, and have been for a while. And I'm like, I don't remember any of that. Maybe it was in the original montage of everybody going to Tyler and trying to make a deal and saying like, hey, we want to work with you. We want to work with you. So what's going to happen next? I'm going to guess that Nicole A is going to be our person voted out this week. I really just don't think that David is on a lot of people's radar, and I don't think that very many of the house guests are really willing to rally and gather support behind Nicole A at this point. To me, she definitely seems like the bigger threat of the two, although I don't really view either as a big threat, and I guess we will find out tomorrow night exactly what the house decides. I did appreciate getting to see a little bit more gameplay today. You know, the veto still sucks up a large chunk of the episode, but it's good to start seeing what is actually happening in all our different alliances. You know, we got to see a little bit of what Janelle and Kaysar are doing and how they went to Memphis and they're open to working with Memphis. And unbeknownst to them, Memphis is basically working with the rest of the house, and everything. Then the potential fallout of the big alliance. So I'm going to wrap up this recap pretty short here tonight. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will be back tomorrow night for our second eviction of the season. All right, until then, we will see you later.